Om Shanti. We express our pure wish to Baba that we want to have all our pure desires fulfilled through this Yagya. Because Yagya is also created to fulfill the needs, to fulfill the desires. We don't have any material or physical desire, but we want Baba that our remembrance has to be consistent. That's one of my wish, that I want to remember Baba naturally while doing actions all the time. And also keep serving through my thoughts, words, and actions. Body as an instrument can be used as service, for service. Everything I have must be used in worthwhile way. Whatever I have, according to efforts and the fortune, I want to use everything, a moment, a breath, every cent, everything in worthwhile way. Because two aspects of Yagya. One is sacrifice. They call it Swaha. Swaha is sacrifice. And other is Safal. And Safal means worthwhile. So I have two Swaha, which I did in Yagya, all my weaknesses. But now I want to see that every moment, every breath, every thought is used in worthwhile way, Safal. So with these two thoughts, I sit with Baba and offer these two thoughts, and each one can have different thought, whatever your feelings are. We express to Baba. Then we think of Yagya. And whatever from the past, whatever waste is there, I sacrifice in Yagya. And keep this pure desire to be fulfilled by Baba. So now we remember Baba. Baba, one who is ever pure. Baba has come to make me also completely pure. It's the power of purity which keeps me close to Baba. But in purity, Every thought, word, and action we create has unlimited result, unlimited reward. There is peace in purity. There is love in purity. There is happiness in purity. There is self-respect in purity. So I am Baba's eternally pure child. Purity is my strength. With these thoughts of purity, I go in silence and sit next to Baba. Baba's drishti gives me the vision of my own image. There is a saying that each one of us, God created each one in his image. Now, as I have recognized Baba, and we are fortunate to take this drishti of awake Baba and create this image of Baba in my own self. Taking Baba's drishti, and experiencing that image like Baba is emerging in me. Image of love, sweetness, image which is still very pure. Keep receiving from Baba. He's bestower. Baba smiles at all the children. My lovely Baba, sweet Baba, dearest Baba. I am filled with Baba's love. Baba's power. Baba's Drishti takes us beyond and takes me to my eternal and original stage. Baba is the creator, so making me aware as an angel. Deep silence, close to Baba, and combined with Baba. The experience of the stage of bodiless and emerging in angelic form, object form, like Baba.
फॉलो फादर का है या फॉलो सिस्टर और ब्रदर? क्या बाबा के महावाक्य है? फॉलो फादर का है ना, सिस्टर ब्रदर तो नहीं कहा है। ब्रदर सिस्टर को देखना है, कनेक्शन तोड़ना नहीं है, क्योंकि नहीं तो आप माला में ही नहीं आएंगे। अगर परिवार से कनेक्शन आपका नहीं होगा तो दाने का दाने से कनेक्शन है। ऊपर का जो ये फूल दिखाते हैं, युगल दाना दिखाते हैं, वो भले माला में है, लेकिन नजदीक का कनेक्शन माला में दाने का दाने से है, परिवार से। परिवार को प्यार से देखना है, लेकिन बाबा ने कहा है परिवार में ब्रदर और सिस्टर को देखो तो विशेषता को देखो उसकी। इतना कनेक्शन दिया है बाबा ने। ब्रदर सिस्टर को देखो, विशेषता को देखो उसको। चाहे 99 गलतियां उसमें होंगी, लेकिन एक विशेषता जरूर होंगी। और उस एक विशेषता को आप देखो। जैसे गुलाब के पुष्प में कांटे कितने होते हैं, लेकिन हम किसको देखते हैं? कांटे को हाथ में उठाएंगे या गुलाब को? तो चाहे ब्रदर सिस्टर में गलतियां हैं, लेकिन हमको उनके विशेषता को देखना है। और किस नजर से देखना है वो भी बाबा ने स्पष्ट किया है। शुभ भावना, शुभ कामना रख करके एक दो में संबंध में आओ। स्पष्ट डायरेक्शन है ना सब। वृत्ति क्या रखो, दृष्टि क्या रखो, और देखो तो क्या देखो। 3 बातें हुई स्पष्ट। देखना है विशेषता, और वृत्ति रखनी है शुभ भावना, शुभ कामना, दृष्टि में शुभ कामना। ये बाबा के डायरेक्शन है, ये श्रीमत है। अच्छा, अगर इन श्रीमत में से हम कोई भी श्रीमत का उल्लंघन करते हैं तो हमारा पुण्य होगा क्या? होगा पुण्य? हल्का सा पापी के लिस्ट में जाएगा ना। तो वो छोटे पाप भी हमारे बड़े हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि भगवान के आज्ञा को हमने अवज्ञा की, भगवान के श्रीमत को हमने उल्लंघन किया। अंदर ही अंदर आपकी कई भाई बहन कहते हैं हमारे से गलती भी कोई नहीं हुई है, कोई मैंने किसको दुख भी नहीं दिया है, मैंने अपना चार्ट चेक किया, कोई गलती नहीं मेरे से हुई है, लेकिन फिर भी आज पता नहीं मैं उदास उदास हूं, आज मेरे में खुशी नहीं है, आज मेरे में उमंग उल्लास ही नहीं है, उमंग ही नहीं आता है कुछ करूं। जैसे वो जैसे नहीं वैराग होता है, उल्टा वैराग, सुलटा नहीं, बेचैनी जैसे। वो क्यों होता है? जब हमने पाप कोई किया नहीं, गलती की नहीं, फिर भी होता है। उसका कारण क्या है? क्योंकि हमारे छोटे छोटे पाप जो जमा होते हैं ना, उसका बोझ का प्रभाव हमारे ऊपर पड़ता है। इसीलिए न गलती होते हुए भी हमारे को उदासी या उल्टा वैराग या दिल कहाँ नहीं लगेंगी, खाने में भी नहीं लगेंगी, सोने में भी नहीं लगेंगी, ऐसे लगेंगी पता नहीं क्या करूं क्या नहीं करूं। ये सब कारण होता है एक पिछले जन्मों का हिसाब, पाप कर्मों का, वो भी कभी खींचता है। और अब भी जो भ्रमण जीवन में हमारे से छोटे छोटे पाप अलबेलेपन से हो जाते हैं, वो बोझ भी हमको नीचे करता है। तो मैं सुना रही थी, तो ज्वालामुखी योग से पहले तो अपने पाप कटते हैं, अलबेलेपन से। योग से पहले तो अपने पाप कटते हैं, और दूसरों की सेवा।
Om Shanti. As much we hear Dadi's, then clarity about Shrimad, clarity about following proper directions of Baba, they become very, very clear. And to take full benefit of teachings, or when we are sitting now together, is to sit as a student. Even if you are in household, in family, wherever you are, but sit as a student. And the student will always have a notebook, right? Many times we don't need to write same time. Like I don't write, but then also journaling, and keeping chart is very important. So journaling is at least for four things. One is my reflections of the day. When you listen to Murli, what did you churn? What was your reflection? And second is realization. What did you realize? And third is my transformation. And fourth, what did I experience? Because some of the experiences when you write, I think while writing, like you are affirming something in you. So this habit of keeping diary, journaling is very, very important. And I think a student has to do it. Dadi Janki, I myself have so many different diaries. One is for blessing. One is for what I am able to churn and become clear. Third also is the deep, because when there are deep experiences, there are also some touchings. Some very beautiful things get clear. So I call them touchings in the morning, early morning. So it's not that I can write immediately at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I start writing pure, loveful remembrance of Baba. What feelings come, inspirations come, some clarity about future, some elevated thoughts for service. So as I said, we sit as a student. It's 2.5 hours we are together. So it's not if I am old, then I'm leisurely, just half lying down and listening. No, we have to sit properly and take properly Baba's drishti, so that we become, it's not only listening. Mama used to say that while listening become the embodiment. So it's not, oh, it was very good when I heard. And some might say, well, I know this already. But actually, how do I absorb it? How do I am becoming that Sarup? Become the embodiment same time while listening. So when we think about our experiences and then we see that change in ourselves. So I hope many of you must have done it every day. We had 13 days with Dari Janki's Bhog messages. They are all in YouTube, and we have put it as timeless teachings of Dadi Janki. And we have also written it nicely. We will see if we print her teachings. But then we did Abhyakt Bhatti, right? There were so many beautiful experiences. And now we did 14 days of Yagya. So every day, whatever little realization I had, and I was able to sacrifice in Yagya. So today is the day when we think of that, what is my wish, which I want to get fulfilled before completing this Yagya. Mm. So I'm asking Sister Sia also to think that way. I was asking, what did you sacrifice in Yagya? Mm. Even they are busy technically, right? Looking at computer program, but still it's necessary. So as I expressed, I have two wish which I want to be fulfilled through this yagya. One is I want to make Baba's remembrance naturally, because in that, once we ask Mama, how much you remember Shiv Baba, how much you remember Brahma Baba, or how much you remember Baba. She said, what else is there to remember? He's the one who is support, he's the strength, his parents, he's my world. So I only remember Baba. So someone said, which Baba? She said, equal. They are together, I cannot separate them. It's now I say I have to remember Shiv Baba, now I have to remember Brahma Baba. No, they both are in my heart. They both are in my mind. She said very sweetly. And I saw with my own eyes Brahma Baba eating with Shiv Baba in remembrance, playing with Baba in remembrance, every action he did in remembrance. So remembrance is not just sitting, but we have to integrate remembrance in our actions. Very, very important. So that's one my wish. And other is, I really want, as Baba is using each one of us to be a good instrument. Take few moments and think, what is your sincere desire, which you want it to be fulfilled through this yagya. We created real yagya, no? 14 days we were together. Today is 13th day. Tomorrow will be last day. So sacrifice whatever you need to and have your wish, desire to be fulfilled is very, very important. Because if we have to follow Father, Dadi Gulzar said, she talked little bit on what is also little sense, but the main aim actually is to be free from our past sinful actions. And anything from the past about any soul or weakness of any soul, if it is in my mind, then I cannot do service through the mind. Your mind has disability because it can't serve. But when mind is very clean and mind is pure, there is love for everyone. I look at the speciality of everyone. Then the capacity of mind, that every thought, because it's pure and elevated, it can serve. It will have siddhi, siddhi in the sense it will work, definitely. If it's the thought to share peace, it's the thought to share love, whatever thought is there, Mansa Seva, serving through the mind, which is really the main service now, right? I know a lot are doing a lot of service online, teaching meditation course and all that. But Baba has given us time for us to know. So some are really making time for the self, a very balanced kind of timetable. We can pass our day always getting in something, getting engaged, but if we have proper timetable, these hours of the morning, I am in silence, I take from Baba. These days, very good until 7:45 we do when we finish our collective yoga, if it's possible until 8, we just spiritual study and silence. Then we take break, then have breakfast, whatever, and possible 10, 10:30, another 2 hours. Whether reading Murli again, whether doing yoga, bhatti, whatever. And then is few hours for making lunch, offering book to Baba, eating lunch, some rest. Then again after tea, 5 o'clock until 8:39. So this timetable, karma yoga is important. Everything is important. But sometimes we don't really know how to manage with the time. Otherwise, I feel that if we have a set timetable from 9 to 10 night, then you prepare yourself to sleep with Baba, and then we start with Amrit Vela. So it's a very balanced way for the self and also for activities, household, whatever one has to do, because everything has to be done. And I know some of you are still working, so you might have little different, because you work from 9 or 10 until 4 or 5. Baba has given us hours you can work, but then morning and evening, but those who are at home can have proper timetable, because sometimes we get over involved and overdo, then the balance is not there. And then when we sit in yoga, we are tired, our intellect is pulled here and there. So keep a diary, keep it and keep writing your journal with your churning, realizations, your transformation, your chart of remembrance, different things. So writing, your journaling is important. And same is also timetable is very important. Our dadis, Baba, Mama, everyone had timetable. And by keeping timetable, the balance can be created. Otherwise, we keep saying, I'm balancing it. But when you really write it, look at the timetable, it might not be proper balance. Balance doesn't necessarily mean 50-50, but balance means also to integrate. That means while cooking, did I remember Baba? While eating, really eating and remembering Baba is so sweet. Your speed of chewing, your digestion, I mean, everything becomes excellent if you are really eating in Baba's remembrance. So some of those things, I'm sure you all have adopted, because we have very high aim, right? To become angel, to be like Baba. But some of the basic things have to be taken care of. So now we will see that how until whatever we saw about Yagya stories and history and about dadis, there are few more. But then now you will see what happened the next chapter of 1969 when Baba became Avyakt. So that was another chapter of Yagya also. And then after that, Baba, Dadi Prakashmani, she was our leader and some of her specialties. So how Didi and Dadi, their love, their harmony, their oneness. One time someone asked Didi a direction and was not very happy with the answer and went to Dadi to get answer. So Dadi said, but Didi told you, no? But I also agree with that. So they both, some or other, gave same opinion. It was never different. So they used to say that it's two bodies but one soul. So that much respect, harmony, whether in ideas, whether implementing ideas, is really very beautiful. That harmony and love between two of them. So that's what now we will see. Om Shanti. Shanti. So 1969, January 18th is when you all have heard many times that 2 days before, like Baba will ask Ishu Dadi, bring all the letters, I have to reply to all the children. And there was some consultation to get the property where today the museum is at Sangam. You see a beautiful world renewal museum was created. And so like Baba was withdrawing, and then he wanted to have early class. Instead of 8:45, he said 8:20. And everyone said, Baba, it's so difficult because of the dinner. And Baba said, no, that's what Baba wants. And so everyone had dinner early, and we all went for night class. And Baba gave two teachings, very important, that one who defames you is your real friend. And then Baba said that self-contemplation is to go ascending degrees. But if you look at others and think of others, is descending. So these two teachings were very clear. And so Baba gave those two teachings. In the end, he went in the room, and actually many followed. About 10, 12 always used to go with Baba. So they went, and then Baba sat on the cot, was in very deep silence, and he was holding Dadi Prakash Mani's hand, and then he left body. And it was such a smooth, naturally, like soul living body become aware. And I always keep that in my mind, that that's how each one of us, when we become karmatit, reach to our stage, then how smoothly the soul leaves the body. It's a very, very beautiful way to think of how I have to leave body. So all that happened, and then Dadi Prakashmani had gone from Bombay just for 10 days, but Baba didn't let her go. So she stayed for a month and was holding hand, and in a way handed over all the responsibility to Dadi Prakashmani. And then you see some of the pictures of when Avyak Baba start coming in Dadi Gulzar. You all can read the Murli of 21st, 1969, in which Baba gave all instructions about what will happen to Murli, how will trust messengers work. All the directions are given January 21st, 1969 Murli. And you know that there are books now of every year's Avyak Murli. And then you see that how Baba is talking to dadis and giving directions to senior brothers. After Murli, Baba used to give all the directions about expansion, about service programs. And then both dadis, Didi Mainmoni and Dadi Prakashmani, start taking care of Yagya. And then in 1982, Didi Manmohini came to New York, and we took her to UN. And at that time, we were not affiliated, but we met the person who was shown, Dr. Robert Muller. He has Peace University in Costa Rica. So Didi met him and said, there will be peace in the world. And after that, there was inauguration of Om Shanti Bhavan. That big conference happened, international, and he came there, and both dadis gave him some, some kind of, I don't know what they were giving, some pictures and all that. So international service began. Service began actually outside India in 1974, I think 72, when the center in Hong Kong and London were established. And 74, I came and some others to Canada, to USA, and then service in this part of the world started. Then Dadi Prakashmani went to Australia, told Brother Ken to go to Brazil, then service in South America. I went to Caribbean, service in Caribbean began in 76, 75, 76. So this way then, in all different parts of the world, the service began. So that's what you were seeing.
Om Shanti. So now it's time for us to know our today's four daddies. So four daddies. So first daddy is Sati Dadi, second daddy is Sati Dadi, third daddy is Sati Bholi Dadi, and fourth daddy is Situ Dadi. So there are two Sati Dadis. Let's hear from Didi. So first daddy, Sati Dadi.
Maybe today I have to say same thing for all four Dharis. I mean, I know each one of them, but I really didn't have very personal contact with them. But, word sati means that one who is very honest and truthful to God. So their name becomes Sati. So all three are Sati Dadis. And, so they all had their specialities. And at their own places, they were very known. And of course, when there was Golden Jubilee year, then there were about 58 dadis, and they were at that time there. So today I have to say same thing for all dadis.
So at least we can have a picture. Second Dadi, Sati Dadi. Third Dadi, Sati Bholi Dadi. And fourth Dadi, Situ Dadi.
Hello. सभी रूहानी सेंटर्स के प्रजापिता ब्रह्मा मुख वंशावली सभी से भी बच्चों प्रति मधुबन से रूहानी बाप दादा और बच्चों का दिलवजान शिकव प्रेम से सभी बच्चों को याद प्यार और गुड मॉर्निंग। मीठे मीठे रूहानी बच्चों पे रूहानी बाप व दादा का दिलवजान शिकव प्रेम से याद प्यार और गुड मॉर्निंग। मीठे मीठे शिकल जो रूहानी बच्चों पे रूहानी बाप का नमस्ते। बाबा निवासी सभी सर्विसेबल प्रजापिता ब्रह्मा कुलभूषण बेटी निष्ठा खुश रहो और आबाद रहो, न विसरो न याद रहो।
So many of you had been writing that it's good that you know your ancestor souls, and you feel very connected with dadis, and you could see that so many of them, their renunciation, their sacrifice, their love for us, that is sustained Yagya, and through Yagya we are sustained also. So it's very, very beautiful to see all of them. Recently, Baba had said, you don't only have to give lectures, and lecture means bhashan, but you have to give bhasna. And third word Baba uses is bhavana. So some had been asking this question, what is the difference, what it means? So one is lecture, you have knowledge in your intellect, you prepare your points, and you write how you're going to give lecture. So you give lecture. And even in lecture, there are two things. One is talk, another is lecture. So some people, when they give knowledge, it's like a talk, and which appeals much more. When they give lecture, a lot of people give lectures. But bhavana means the experience and the feelings which is included in those words. So when you are speaking something, there is that reality which appears, the truth which is felt. because bhavana is not just pure feeling. Bhavana is your own experience also. Bhavana is also your thoughts. So when you say something with lot of bhavana, then Dadi Janki used word bhasana. See, someone comes to you to see you, and you say, what do you want? What can I do for you? Right? And you do that, and that person has gone. Or if someone has come to meet you and you are very busy, so you don't pay attention. But with Dadi Janki, anyone who will go at any time, if she's eating, she will say, wait. Anything she's doing, she will say, wait, don't go, don't go. You know, Dadi, you are busy, we will come back. No, no, don't go. And then she will sit properly. She will say few words, give her few almonds, which generally she used to give toli. And then if you don't sit and share, she will say, koi bhasana nahi aayi. We didn't share bhasana. That means I really didn't experience. It's like your love, your presence, the company, bhasana. So bhashan is lecture, bhavana is your feelings, and bhasana is impractical when you share that. It's called bhasana. So Baba had said that day in the blessing, and someone is asking this question, what is the difference? So bhavana is more on the level of feelings, your state of mind, your thinking, and bhasana is that how do you convey that, how you convey that love, how you convey that bhavana. Not only you keep in your mind, but you convey it in the sense you communicate, you express it, you manifest it in some way. Like we can say these days, uh, it's not only talks we are sharing, we're sharing bhavana, but so many write us that to be together like this for an hour or a 1.5 is also bhasana. We are comfortably sitting, we have enough time, nobody is rushing, right? It's amazing that how Baba has given us this time where not only words are shared, but love, respect, real feelings of a Brahmin family. But then also we practically manifest our feelings. I know that many of you had been writing very good experiences, and actually everyone should write, everyone, that what did you really experience and how you were inspired by it. So bhasana. So these are 3 words, bhashan, bhavana, and bhasana. And it needs lot of love. It needs really lot of love because some, some of us are so busy. So we do it for sake of doing everything. More time in karma yoga, more time into activity. But every soul who comes in front of me, I should make time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Depends on. If you are busy, you say, okay, sit in Baba's room. Then we will sit and talk. That 5-10 minutes sitting together and sharing with that soul becomes so real, so practical. And a bond, very lovely bond is created. And that's the bond we had with Adi Janki. Because she didn't only give lectures, but her bhavana we could feel all the time. Good wishes, never gave up on us, but also bhasana. So she did all 3, which we all experience, and we all have to do that also. Yeah, anyone has any question? Did you all had your desire, wish to be fulfilled in Yagya? You did. So tomorrow, everyone will get a slip and you write what you finally has to sacrifice, and we will create a little fire and you all will put in that. So blessing for tomorrow. May you be a soul. May you be a soul with the elevated fortune of the confluence age. With the elevated fortune of confluence age, and remain merged in God's love of lap of remembrance. Remain merged in God's lap of remembrance. The confluence age is even more elevated than golden aged heaven, because the memorial of the present time is that there is nothing lacking in the world of Brahmins. Having found the one, the present time is having found the one Father, you have found everything. Now you children sometimes swing in the swing of supersensitive joy, sometimes in happiness, sometimes peace, sometimes knowledge, sometimes bliss, sometimes you swing in the swing of God's lap. God's lap is the stage of being absorbed in remembrance. God's lap is being absorbed in God's remembrance. This lap enables you to forget all sorrow and suffering of many births in a second. Swing of God's remembrance, lap of God's remembrance. So constantly keep these elevated sanskars in your awareness and become a fortunate soul. So whenever there is pain, there is suffering, if there is good practice of remembrance, then you are in God's lap, and God's lap will comfort you and you will become free from pain. Many write to me what to do. We want to be free from pain. We want to do more service. Only answer is remembrance. And remembrance is something which only happens with your heart, with your love, full focus of the mind. And when I had been really feeling so much loveful remembrance of Baba, in which you really become absorbed. So today Baba said, remembrance become God's lap. And when he puts us in his lap, then you become free from sorrow, pain, any kind of suffering. And I think we will need this more and more now. Right? At least I keep that lot with me, lot. Remembrance, when it becomes, whether it becomes power, whether it becomes lap, but what is most important is Baba's remembrance at this time. Okay. Om.
बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना बाबा मेरी यादों को सीने में समा लेना
Om Shanti and good night everyone. Good night.